Good morning. We're out here again. Recently, my buddy Tim had loaned me this stabilizer to try out. I thought, man, that'd be really cool to see what that's like. I enjoy watching all the Olympic shooters and everything. Those guys are phenomenal shots. And so he loaned me stabilizers of different lengths and everything. And for me, what I noticed, it was a mistake amplifier. When I was holding still, it was great. You know, the arrows were right going where I wanted them to go for the most part. But with all this extra weight, you know, out here at the front, if you're moving a little bit, then that whole bow is moving, which translates into the arrow moving in different releases and so forth. Uh, but anyhow, while I was shooting, I had an arrow knocked, and I looked down the bow and noticed a completely different problem that I had. So I'm going to try to show y'all what I found. It wasn't so obvious with the shorter stabilizers on the front of the bow. But if you look, and that's why we're here in front of the carpet, if you look down the bow, you can see that the arrow rest right here has that arrow pointed way off to the side. So I was talking to my buddy Tim about it, and he said, to adjust it over as far as you can. But on this one, I'm almost out of threads. This thing is gone all the way inside, and it's fixing to be coming out the other side. So what I decided to do, I went over to Cabela's and I picked up this guy. It's one of those adhesive, they call them a shoot-around rest. This one's made by Trophy Ridge. It just has the adhesive that goes on there, and I think that's going to get us moved over the rest of the way. So I'm going to show y'all how to put this on, and then we'll check the alignment again with this large stabilizer right here, and we'll see how well that moves the arrow over for us. Alright, so we're back. We've moved into the carport here because it started to drizzle a little bit of rain coming down. We've got all of our critical elements assembled for this project. First off, the cup of coffee, most important whenever you're beginning any kind of project. Again, we've got our little arrow rest with its adhesive backs, multi-tool for loosening the old hardware. They recommended using a little bit of alcohol to wipe the surface clean. So let's get started. On the back, and I may end up needing a second thing to hold this. Let's see if we can't get this loose. Nah, came right loose. Okay, awesome. So this had a nut that locks that into place. This little piece comes off. These are replaceable, which is kind of cool in case something bad happens. But so you can look inside and see that I was about maxed out with my threads. So I'll take that. Back to the side. And you want it clean, you want this to last. You don't want to have to do it forever and ever and ever. Unless you're upgrading, of course. This one was relatively inexpensive. They're just I think it was $5 or $6. It's just real simple, plastic one. But they do have nice ones made with, anodized aluminum and everything like that, and that you can use. So I'm just going to wipe that with the alcohol, and wipe the alcohol off. And, so that should be nice and dry. And the alcohol also kind of get your hands ready and going too. I'm going to go, because it's got a thick one and a thin one, I'm looking for maximum effect here. So I'm going to use the thin one I'm going to do a test alignment here. So that'll go right over that hole like that, and that's going to be kind of where it ends up. So we'll peel off our adhesive. And this is just that foamy two-sided tape stuff. We're gonna make it level as we can. Get underneath, press all the air out. Alright, that should do that. And again, you know, it comes with more than one sticky, so if this ends up being too close or I'm getting too much contact with the vanes on my shelf, we can try again and adjust it as needed. So I'm going to move back over to our carpet background so we can see how they look side by side, you know, old and new. And hopefully that will have moved our arrow over far enough that that it's not going to fly off to the left anymore. Okay guys, here we are with our background. Look at this. That arrow, it's almost perfect. I may have to set up the old target here in the rain and shoot this anyways just to see what it looks like. This is exciting. Yeah, you could see before, you know, the arrow was completely pointed off to the left, doing its own thing, and I mean now it almost disappears, you know, behind the string and along that stabilizer. Really cool. Alrighty, well thank y'all for watching. It's starting to rain on me. If I get the target set up and everything before it rains too bad, we'll include a couple of shots at it and see if I can handle shooting one of these stabilizers. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. Bye. Houston, we have a problem. So I've been shooting that other way for about a year with this bow, and so I've got my new rest on, and these are the first couple of shots off of it, and wow, that really made a difference. I did everything the exact same way that I've been shooting for the past year, and as you can see, not having the arrows pointed to the left has made a considerable change. I'm going to have to adjust what I've been doing. I think it's safe to say I learned how to consistently shoot with the other equipment. Wow. Alrighty, well there you have it. I gotta learn how to do this again. I'll talk to y'all later. Okay, so that was round 2 with the new rest. Yeah, I'll get it figured out. It's just, it's a very different point of aim than what I was doing. But, yeah, I'll get it. Thank y'all for watching. So, that one arrow that bounced away, turns out I shot the other arrow that was hanging down. Couldn't see that from where I was. I don't know if it showed up well on the camera or not, That's what happens to carbon fiber when you shoot it with more carbon fiber. So y'all be safe out there. That's a bummer.